All right. Looks like we are live. Chris just casually drinking our pick right now.
Gotta bring it in.
So true. I need to move mine over. I'm gonna grab the link so that I can put comments up for the people that are watching at home. I think everything looks and sounds great. We put that right there. We'll blast it to our socials. It'll be a great time.
It's gonna be wonderful. I'm just gonna keep drinking this since I can't figure out how to work my own computer.
Dude, I swear to God,
For
if
those
you
of you just joining us, we were supposed to be on my channel tonight, but unfortunately, I don't know how to use a computer, so now we're here, which is
we
better anyway, because John does this. This is like his weekly thing, so he knows
it's
what he's
not
doing.
it's not yeah, I mean I do weekly. I have been doing weekly picks, but it's a fun
And
time.
I'll be honest with you, John. Your production wise, I know tonight. Don't judge John tonight. John had no reason to put any type of production together. But production wise, normally with your live streams, they're top tier.
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it.
I love the way they look. When you have like some time to sit down and actually put together your live streams, and unlike tonight, the fantasy whiskey draft is a chef's kiss.
Which
I
is
love what I
coming
see over
up.
there.
Nice work. Nice segue in
Ooh,
there.
not to drop any information there.
It is the event is live currently actually. So if you want to find my page and go in and hit notify me about the fantasy whiskey draft, which is happening on Sunday, it's going to be a fun time. We have nailed down categories. We've nailed down the rules. Hopefully, I won't cheat this year. Which
I mean, just a little bit, just a
look,
little bit.
I my defense is that I wasn't actually cheating. I just forgot what I said in the midst of like the 75 things I was trying to juggle.
I agree.
Beast East is in the house. He's a 717 Bourbon Society guy.
And hopefully soon proud member of our Sagamore pick here.
I'm sure he will be. He's been a bunch of people have been
Wonderful.
asking about it. It's been pretty fantastic. So as of tomorrow, I think we'll be getting up there or down there in the amount of bottles.
Hopefully down there.
Yeah, hopefully down there. Did I tell you what Sherry bet me?
Uh-oh. I did not hear this.
Sherry bet me a punishment like she does on all of her
Love of punishment.
lives for the raffle that we would sell out by not this coming Friday, but the next Friday.
So not what's today? Tuesday. Not this Friday. The what is that? 23rd or 22nd?
Yeah,
22nd.
29th.
But the
29th.
29th.
Correct, yes.
I like that. I like that. I'm in on the 29th. I could deal with the 29th.
So you're going to join me in the punishment?
I don't know. Sherry's got some funny punishments. She
She,
scares me a little bit with those.
it's so true. I don't know how Chris
I
does
could
it.
get it. I could get involved. I
Speaking of
don't.
which, Chris is in the
They
house
raise a
by
lot
the
of
way.
money.
They do. It's a fun time every
People
year.
love to see that man get punished or punished. That's my father.
I got off the live the other night. I hope my wife is not watching, but I got off our live and I walked upstairs and I was very drunk because we hit 3,000
A little toasty.
while I was on stream. So we just went from like birthday pour to birthday pour. I think I actually had 3 pours of this pick, like not small.
I mean,
like
you're
this
doing work
pours.
on that.
Like
Yeah.
some of it's been samples. I gave Bourbon Bill a sample and a couple of other
Okay.
people. Trying to get our name out there. Trying to
Get,
get our
gotta push it. Gotta push it.
um But I walked upstairs and I had apparently said something about covering my nipples and gentleman whiskey stickers and being shirtless. And my wife was like, I am not on board for that, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Not interested.
it was not a fun time. What's up, Andy Gonzalez? How you guys doing? Chris says we were all drunk. It's so true.
It happens. The live streams get tough sometimes. I try to take it easy, and then all of a sudden, an hour in, you're like, did I have 4 drinks already? Why
Dude,
did I have 4 drinks in an hour?
it's the guests too sometimes. Like sometimes you'll just be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh yeah, we're just hanging out." And then your guests are like, "I'm going to pour this. I'm going to pour this." I had one with a couple of do you know Josh Bennett at all from PA Bourbon Squad? He's a good friend of Sherry's and stuff.
Names sound familiar.
And he has a buddy who's uh, of his who's also a cop. He's Mike Joseph, and I was
Okay,
on
yeah, yeah,
stream on
yeah.
Instagram with both of them, and Mike just kept pouring stuff, and I was just like, I mean, I got to pour too. I was blitzed. It was nuts.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
It is.
Mine are like the nights you do like games and stuff like that, and you already have 3 or 4 samples, but then you
Mm-hmm.
need to, you need to set your palate so you have a drink before, then you have your
Right.
4 samples, then of course you hang out for a little bit and you got to pour another one, and then it's like maybe one too many tonight.
Yeah. Tom, the bourbon jerk. He does 5 samples for his jerk game. It's nuts. I was like,
Yeah, it's a lot.
I did my old go-to ancient age to set my palate, and then I bombed that. I think I got like 5 out of 10 possible points. It
For
was nuts.
I don't even know who's the top of the list in
I
that right
think
now.
you are, or
It's
yeah, I think
I'm
you
tied
are.
with I was tied with somebody at some point. I think there was one, and I'm not all alone up there, I don't think.
No, I
I
forget
think
who.
somebody
It
was
might be
tied with me because I
the
think there was
whiskey
supposed to be a
nose or something.
tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's supposed to be a tiebreaker if it goes through.
I mean, I just want another shot at it. Honestly, I think if we have some more whiskey that maybe I've actually had before, because I think 3 out
That's
of the
the
four I hadn't had before. It was like 1792 Four
right.
Proof, and I nailed that as being Kentucky, but like these
This thing right
Michigan
here is
people,
a beast. Oh,
it's
it's the Michigan people got all kinds of stuff.
it's crazy.
That's the hard part about those games like that is it could be anything.
Right.
Like it's one thing like my I used to do the shorts where my wife would come down and like pick
Yeah.
out a bottle on my shelf, and it's like even though there's 275, I got an idea of what it is versus,
Right.
oh, is this from Colorado, Washington, India? And it's like, come on. I've had 3 Colorado whiskeys my whole life, no Washington whiskeys, so it's like I don't know what this is.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so let's talk about our pick. Let's talk about how it happened, and then we'll kind of go in from there. Hopefully, we'll have some more people. We'll promote this. It'll be a fun time.
That's all I ask. It's gonna be good.
So how did it come about? I know the part from obviously when you asked me to be a part of it. How did it all come about?
I'm actually trying to remember myself how I got in touch with. I reached out to Sagamore for to become part of their PR thing. Like I went on this
Mm-hmm.
rampage at one point where I just started emailing every distillery, like, "Hey, this is who I am. I would love to be part of your just your media list. When you
Okay,
have new
yeah,
information, I would love to know about it. Just so like I see all the like." I'm never going to be coming whiskey. Do not get me wrong, but
right,
that man posts about whiskey that I don't even know how he gets the information. Like he has it before the TTB, and he's bringing it out and telling you what's coming out. So I never thought it would go that far, but just I was like, I got to get information before some other people at this point. So I went on and I was just emailing everybody, and they actually reached out back to me and they were like, we'd love to add you to our media list. So when they said that, I was like, hey, I know they do single barrel. So I was like, I'm just curious, can I get like a single barrel going? And they were like, we
mm-hmm.
would love to, blah, blah, blah. And I haven't done a single barrel on my own yet. So I've done my first one that I ever did. I was a collaboration, and then I've done a bunch with like Dusty Dan Whiskey Reviews, Hello Again Whiskey Friends,
Yeah,
Drifting Drams, that kind of group. And then I did the picks with like Lux Row and MGP last year. But I've never done one on my own because you have to move for people who haven't done them before, you have to move a substantial amount of bottles,
yeah,
and I'm not there yet. I mean, I even think there's some huge creators that have trouble moving some bottles. And that just makes your distributor mad, the people that are doing it in between. For us right now, it's shared pour, who are going through. And the last thing you want to do is bring in a barrel and have them sitting on
yeah,
inventory. So I always reach out to people and try to collab on different things. This is the second time that I got to collab. Obviously, we worked on a lot of things together.
yeah,
I loved that we were both local, going
yeah,
to Sagamore, who's also kind of local.
yeah.
It wasn't like meet somebody in Kentucky type of thing. So I think for you, it's what, an hour and a half, an hour, maybe an hour 15 to get down to Sagamore.
When I went down for the barrel, I made it in an hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 15 minutes. For me,
So
I'm like just over 2. So I'm like an extra 30, 45 minutes out. So um, I loved that we were local. Again, we've worked together on so much stuff before. You have that 717 Society. I know a couple of those guys in there. So it's just
mhm.
like it seemed to be the perfect fit for everything. So I reached out to you. You were obviously very interested. And then we made the trip. And when I say they pulled out the red carpet for us,
Oh, so
I didn't
awesome.
have a lot of information going in. I obviously knew a few things. I knew we were doing the schedule. I knew we were doing lunch. I knew they were going to take care of us for some samples like throughout the tour. I mean, they put us in rick houses. We were drinking out of what did they call it? What's that thing called? The water
Oh,
where they
the
get the
thief.
water.
Oh, the
Yeah,
spring house. The
no, no,
spring
no,
house.
the
Yeah,
spring house, the
yeah.
spring house. Yeah, we were drinking out of this, like all that kind of stuff. The ATV rides, the feeding the horses, like just crazy experience that they gave us, which was amazing.
Oh, you mean when you were
And then of course the
terrified of my
pick.
driving? The stupid
The
gator.
driving was a little the
My
driving was a little scary.
my driving was immaculate.
Hmm.
Hey,
At one point, they literally take us to a river, like to a stream, and they're like, "You can gun it through this, and everybody's gonna get soaked." And John's like, "You guys want to do that?" And I was like, "Not particularly." And then there was another point where it was just through a field, and it was it hadn't rained for like weeks
yeah.
prior to this, and you went through this field, and it was just kicking up dust. I mean, your whole chest, pants,
Yeah.
shirts, shoes covered in dust, which I should have wore something over my mouth to try to not breathe. I'm sure that wasn't healthy, but it ended up working out. It was a great time. And then of
Yeah.
course the pick came down to 12 and 96. We were pretty split on them, but
Yeah.
me and John were at the end of the day, I wanted it to be our decision. I loved everybody that was involved, but again, our names were going on it, so it was split down the middle, and we ended up picking the 12, which I went back, I blinded them. I think you have as well,
I have.
and I don't think it was even close coming back
Mm-mm.
to it. I think in the situation you're running through it in your head and you're like, a lot of people like 96, a lot of people like 12. I don't want to be wrong on this.
Yeah.
We ended up with 12 and I stand by that decision 100%, not even
Yeah.
close.
So one of the things that we did initially, right? We were on the round table and we were kind of talking. I would love to have audio for this, but for some reason my mics weren't like working in my GoPro, so it's like really echoey. So 12 was the first one we tried. Then we had like 22 and I think 28 and 96. So we were talking and one of your patrons, I forget her name, said we should take
Aaron.
yeah, Aaron. Aaron said we should take 12 out because it is the most MGP like one. So then I was like fine, whatever. Like at that point I'm slow, so I was on 12 when everyone else was on 28. So
Right.
I was like trying to like catch up, and I was like, man, 22 is not doing it for me. 28's not doing it for me. 96 is okay. And then I was thinking back, and I was like, like 12 is exactly what I would expect from Sagamore. So why wouldn't it be on our list? Like I understand that there are some creators that are out there that want to have like super off profile picks because they went their palette to like shine through on it. But for me, I want it to taste like the brand on the bottle, at least a
Yeah.
little bit.
And I think I actually mentioned something about that specifically. I was like, I want something that's a little bit unique and off profile. And I think everybody kind of agreed like
Yeah.
12's the best one, but it's definitely on brand, on
Mm-hmm.
profile. And we were looking for something. And I think 96 kind of fit that mold. 96 was still really good, but it was a little bit different compared to what you would expect. And I think if it was a little bit closer as far as how good it was,
Yeah.
if it was like 12 was here with how good it was,
Yeah.
and 96 was kind of here, but it was the best of the off profile between the other three.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people were like, if we're looking for off profile and we're looking for something that's still a
Yeah.
good whiskey, this is the one to go with. And again, if it was like here, I think I would have stuck with 96 and been
Yeah.
like, it's different, it's off profile, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
But like looking back on it, 12 was just like it was too good to be like good compared to everything else to be like let's go with something else. It was just that good.
Dude, I hadn't had it for like because they gave us little 200 milliliter samplers to go home with. Chris and I both went home with both 96 and 12. Like we each had a
Yep.
little 200 mil sampler to go with. And I hadn't had it in a while. I'd had it with a buddy of mine, and I actually like a couple of my buddies. One of them who's a patron, Colin. I blinded both of them to them, and they said exactly the same thing. Like
Yeah.
12 is what you'd expect from Sagamore, and it's a really good barrel. 96 is a little funky. It's a little bit darker. Like, it's very heavily, like, it's got that pot still note. Like, that kind of, like, citrus and copper pennies thing going on. And then,
Yep.
like, deeply, deeply plum.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try and set. So you were talking about those. I've got just the tiniest bit left.
Hmm.
I sent a couple of these out blind to a couple of people that I trust palette wise, and I was like, "Which one would you pick?" Just like, don't hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
tell you which one we picked already. And I think it was. I think I sent two samples out, and they were 2 for 2 on 12. So
Yeah.
again, I think we made the right decision. I would never second guess myself, but
No.
it's always nice to have people that you trust who you know have a solid palette back you up on that. And I'm going to try these. I think I'm going to do with the last of this and the last of this,
Hmm.
put it up against this. I think you mentioned in one of your places that this is a little bit darker. This is
Yeah.
a little bit darker than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I'm curious if that extra time did anything extra to this compared to like what we got that actual day.
Yeah.
I don't think it's crazy different, but I do think maybe it added a little bit of depth to it, just like a slight amount of depth to it. Again, I think it was very, I'm curious when I put them up against each other, and I'm going to do a blind. That'll be a fun little challenge.
Do it. Gonna use
Yeah.
your whiskey noobs kit.
Whiskey Noobs kit. That thing's so nice. Got it over here. But
Angry
yeah,
Mac.
we'll definitely do that.
Angry Mac says, "Love the group picks. You need an odd number." I agree with that.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we did have an odd number. I was the 50-50 tiebreaker, I think, right?
I think so. I
Did
don't
we
know
have,
why in my
yeah, we
head
had
it
13?
was. In my head, I thought it was 8 and 6. Thought we had 16, but I don't know.
Maybe we did. I forget.
Cause yeah, I was pretty sure it was split. Like our votes, I think like put us ahead. Maybe it was
Put
50.
us over the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. But I mean, it's also tough with a group that large. That's the
Yeah.
second time I've done,
Yeah.
every other pick I've done has been like 6, 7 people, maybe 8. But like 12, I mean, we did one when we did like the MGP Lux Row Shared Port Creators one. That was like 15 of us. And it's like there's no way we're all going to agree on one.
Yeah.
You were basically kicking barrels out more than you were picking barrels
Right.
to go forward. You're like, we definitely don't want this one. So which one do we want?
So do you still get the sugar cookie on this one?
I do get a little bit of the sugar cookie.
Yeah, it's like right at the beginning. It
Yep.
I will say it's a little fading sometimes. Like you'll smell it initially. I covered mine for part of the stream on Sunday, and then I came
Just
back
like
to it.
put a cap
No, I
on it.
have the Sherry actually made these for me. I have little like Glen cappers.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she made you some too.
No, not she didn't. I didn't know she made them.
Oh, okay.
Does she make them?
She did a limited run with some stuff, and I need to probably see if she'll run some through Ace Designs. But like they're like poly coated, like plastic.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
everything.
Oh, they're like they actually fit into the Glen too.
Yeah.
Mine are just like the coins, like
Yeah, you just have like
it's like a poker
chips.
chip
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like a challenge coin.
They're nice, but exactly. I bought a bunch of merch one day thinking I was going to set up a store and sell merch, and then I never sold merch. So now I
I
just
set
have
up
a
a
bunch of
store and
stuff
sold
sitting
merch,
over
and I don't sell merch, so.
here. Right. That's how I was. I was like, anybody want this? And everybody's like, not really. No. I was like, okay, I respect that. If anybody wants a hat, hit me up. I'll send you free hats coming out. Yeah, the sugar cookie I do get on the beginning still,
Yeah.
on the very front of it.
Yeah, it got to be a lot more like sugar cookie and like dark fruits to me, like plums or cherries.
Yeah, I do feel like I get the plum. Oh, that's on my monitor. I thought I had something on my cheek. It's on my monitor. It's like, what is on my face?
Dude,
The plum I do get. The sugar cookie at the beginning.
Yeah. It's super citrusy too.
I do agree with the citrus note. And then I can't tell if it's like a viscosity thing for me or if there's like a honeysuckle, honey like type note at the end.
You know what's funny?
But it's
Honeysuckle is exactly what Sherry said.
I get that. I get it on the end. It's like again, I couldn't tell like if it was a viscosity thing, but it's really good.
Which
I mean, it's really freaking good.
it has a great viscosity. It has a great mouthfeel, whatever you want to call it. Like it's very
Yeah.
thick. Angry Mac
Yeah.
says,
I mean, I
"Nothing
like this
free
one a lot.
merch."
Nothing like free merch. Like, yeah, I mean, I have 15 of every size t-shirt in there. I gotta send stuff to my patrons still, but that's basically all I use it for.
Chris says, "I think I can get her to do it for you, son."
Beautiful.
So if
I need some.
want some of these.
Yeah,
Just,
I need some. These are nice, but I think these were really expensive too.
I know when I
I only
priced.
bought like 50 or 25. You have to like buy so many of them.
Yep. Yeah, they're crazy.
That's the hard part. So the question is, after we sell out of this,
Yeah.
what's the next pick that we're getting involved in?
I'm.
That's what we got to figure out.
I mean, you know my vote.
I know what your vote is. Is it Green River?
It's Green River.
There it is. I knew it was a Green River pick.
Uh,
I think we could do it.
Yeah.
I think we could go and do it too if we could both find the time to go down there. Owensburg. Where is it? Yeah,
Owensboro.
Owensburg, right?
Boro.
Owensboro, that's right. Boro. Yeah, yeah.
I have
I
my.
think we could get down there. I think we could do one. They're what are they running these days? I feel like Mash and Journey just did one, and were they like up to 80 some dollars for that?
I feel like it shouldn't be. I feel like they're like 65, 70.
No,
I don't know.
even that I felt like I did that when I did my Blue Note pick. I mean, now it's got to be 4 years ago now, 3 years ago. They were $35. Now I know it's never going to be there again, but I don't know
Yeah,
what Blue Note's going for anymore.
Blue Notes are like.
That's why like I sold through that so quickly because like people could buy 4 or 5 of them and just
Yeah,
like for the same price that they're paying for certain bottles today.
yeah. Some of us got them double shipped to us. It was great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And paid for both, the honorable
I
man they
did.
are.
Look, if it wasn't that big,
Hey,
I wouldn't have
listen,
done it.
it wasn't any money out of my pocket. I can promise you that.
Bourbon Jerk says, "What's up, fellas?"
What's going on, Bourbon Jerk?
Chris Big Stick
Speaking
says,
of,
"Go
I
for it."
was gonna say, speaking of fantasy whiskey draft,
Yeah, speaking of fantasy whiskey draft people, we've got several drafters in the comments currently.
several drafters in here.
Tom's in here. Chris is in here. Chris says besties need to be involved in the next pick. Totally agree.
We already talked about it.
Yep.
When we were talking about this pick, I was like, we got to do another one, and we're getting you guys involved for sure. As many people as we can, but we want to keep the reason we got involved this first one was keep it local,
Yeah.
keep it within Pennsylvania. A lot of us are around here, and it's just fun doing picks with each other. So
Yeah.
if we could all get down to something like Green River, that'd be crazy. Even if we can't get there, I know like Shared Pour hooks it up with like getting samples shipped up. The only problems that I run into with that is usually places will only ship like 3 samples, maybe 4. And it's like now you got to pick the best of what's that. Sometimes when you get on site, they'll give you a little bit more opportunity to try some things. So
Yeah. I can't honestly say I've had a bad Green River yet. I know there's probably some out there that are at least subpar because I mean you got to figure every distillery has something that's not up to snuff. But I think Green River does enough sourcing that maybe that's where those barrels go. I just recently got in on an 8-year Green River sourced Jepson's bourbon at 140 proof for $50.
See, that's where in the whiskey world right now, that's where I'm completely lost. When it comes to other labels taking like I know people are sourced. I know people are buying from Green River. I know people are buying from Wild Turkey. I know people are buying like there was that buff turkey thing that went wild for a little bit. And I'm like, how do these people find out? Like I find out because they found out, but now I'm too late to find. It's like people telling me to buy stocks when they're already through the roof. You know what I mean? Now I got to go looking for this stuff, and it's like, how did you know that was what you should be looking for? How did you know that Jepson was Green River? Are they only source from them?
No, somebody. I mean, it's the same thing that goes on with everything. It's like a wink and a nudge, and like, hey, this is Green River.
Right. That's I need somebody to start winking and nudging me a little bit earlier, and you know what I mean? I need a wink and a nudge a little bit earlier.
Yeah. So I think it really depends on like the actual distillery itself, because the distillery probably called somebody and said, hey, we got some Green River in here. You know, we have an NDA, so we can't like straight up.
Right. It's all hush hush. Yeah.
Although Green River doesn't seem to be big into that. Like they're usually like people who source Green River tend to still label the mash bill, which is a very unique one, and they still tend to like. I agree. John's volume is low. Who said that?
Maybe I'm just mine might be high.
No, it might be me. Mine's down a little bit. I don't think I did anything with it. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Nope, that's the wrong knob. It does waveform wise seem low. Talk for a second. I want to see how I am compared to you.
I'm still here. Yeah. Talk,
Pull you
talk,
down a
talk.
little bit.
Check.
We're like
Pull me down.
25 minutes into the stream and somebody finally said something.
You sound fine on like through Streamlabs. You sound fine for me.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it definitely was low. I was on the low side. Whatever. So thanks, Tom. Thanks for telling me that. 25 minutes into this. Johnny Dean again with the volume is low. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that it's just John played with the wrong knob.
Easy.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think that it's just like I've noticed more that NDPs are getting like crazy barrel. Have you noticed that there's like a lot of like Heaven Hill and like
Everywhere.
beam going out to it's crazy.
Yeah. And some solid like age state, like some not like just like low quality Heaven Hill or Beam. It's some solid age stated stuff out there too.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I made a video on it. Just tell me. I understand the NDA a little bit. I kind of don't understand it from either perspective. So from my understanding, the distillery wants to protect their whiskey. So if they sell me a barrel of whiskey and I fill it with fish guts and then sell it as bourbon of the week bourbon,
right,
and it's trash, they don't want their name associated with that.
Correct.
I feel like where we're currently at as a whiskey community, we understand what's going on. So we understand you bought that barrel, and if you altered it in any way, we're not going to blame the people that created the barrel. If you're telling me you finished some Green River whiskey in Amberana and I don't like it anymore, I'm going to understand you're the problem. You're the Amberana finisher. That's on you. Maybe the average consumer won't, but does the average consumer also recognize that if they pick up a bottle of Sagamore, that they're buying MGP? Like, you know what I mean? Like the disconnect between the person that understands that it's sourced and that it's not the sourcer's fault or the people distilling it's fault is the same disconnect that's going to happen from somebody who's buying the bottle, because they're not going to know that it's sourced, or that they're not now going to know, oh, all MGP sucks because it says distilled in Indiana on the back. Right. It's just weird to me that they don't make the distinguishing factors between those two.
I think the thing
personally, tell me who distilled it. That's all I want.
Which I think is fair, but I think in some ways the industry has been doing this for years. Like there have been NDPs around like since the 90s. Like people have been buying whiskey from Beam, from even Buffalo Trace, from Wild Turkey for years and bottling it as NDPs, but it wasn't like as big as it is now. I think they're just not used to the informed consumer. And I think to some extent also like if you think about it logically, if I'm, let's just say Buffalo Trace, or if I'm, Heaven Hill, I'm not selling the stocks that can be future put into Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I'm not selling the stocks that are going to be Heaven Hill 17. I'm selling the stocks that don't really taste like Heaven Hill. So in that essence,
which is also a problem, is it not? Is that not also a problem then? That if I call up Heaven Hill as whatever company I am, XYZ company, then I say, hey, I want your whiskey, I want this age statement, I want this proof or whatever. I don't know how they broker these deals. If they just call Heaven Hill and they're like, I need some Heaven Hill whiskey, and Heaven Hill's just deciding, or if there's, how they broker? Do you have a little inside? Go ahead.
I mean, a little birdie told me that there's like boards on it. Like, you ever do any like transport stuff where like truckers are coming and they have like basically like trucker boards where you're like, I have a load going from, King of Prussia to Kissimmee, Florida, right? Pays $1,500.
No, never done all that.
All right.
I buy ice cream and make waffle cones.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's as far as I go.
So you can be like, hey, I've got this load to go here. You can be like, hey, I've got this 140 proof 8-year-old whiskey, in this case of Green River. There's an NDA that comes with it. Like, you can't say where it came from. I'll let you know the mash bill, but like they sell it to brokers and the brokers then sell it to NDPs. So it's
So
like,
basically, you get what you get. Heaven Hill or Green River or these places are just giving up barrels, and you're deciding whether you want them or not through the broker.
the I think there's more that you can like, again, wink wink nudge nudge, like, hey, this barrel came from Heaven Hill. And you can be like, okay, I can't specifically tell you where this came from, but it's 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley,
Right.
which is basically just Heaven Hill. So
Yeah. It's I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it from beginning to end.
right, I think it's just the way that the industry is. Like I think that it's just the industry has so long not been to the point where we realize that they're popular. Like I think it's like the it's like the chick in high school who got really hot in junior year. Like she's not used to being hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like and she's not gonna
And now
act like
they're
the
trying to
girls who've
fit.
been pretty
All,
their entire
right.
lives.
Yeah.
It was a bad example,
I
but
just no, I understand where you're going with that. I just feel like at this point the market, like the industry should shift towards we know what's good and we know what we like. Like nobody's out here saying we love Heaven Hill. Like a lot of as consumers, like nobody's mad about Heaven Hill's product. Nobody's mad about Buffalo Trace's product, Wild Turkey's product.
I'm
We know
mad
you
about
got a
Heaven
little bit
Hill's
of
products.
oh, you don't like Heaven Hill at all?
Heaven Hill for me in 20 no, I'd like some Heaven Hill stuff, but like for me there
Okay.
was a distinct marked difference from like 2020 till like 2023 with Heaven Hill stuff, that it was very clear that they were just trying to pump out as much product as they could. Damn the quality.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. I also feel like Heaven Hill has become very mundane or redundant. Like I'm not buying their annual releases anymore because they all like kind of run together at this point.
You're not buying 20-year-old mellow corn?
I'm out. I'm out on that.
Not buying 18-year-old Bernheim? Or actually I think
The Bernheim
Bernheim is
I
the
heard is
19.
making a comeback. The 19, yeah, 19.
Yeah, Bernheim, I'm pretty sure the Bernheim barrel proof is coming back here soon. What the heck is
Yeah.
with the freaking Elijah Craig barrel proof rye that's been coming soon for like so long? I feel
I've
like,
seen so many teasers for it and so many pictures and so many, yeah.
well, it
They
finally hit.
had it at it hit the distillery, right?
Yeah.
They had it at that was just for it was like their bottle your own, but you could
Hmm.
bottle the rye. Is that what it was?
Yep.
But you had to be there the day that they did it and like nobody knew about it or something.
I mean, there's like 160 barrels in a, or bottles in a barrel average. So like,
Right.
you got to assume that like more than one day's worth of people got it, but probably not. Also, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, like people like aren't generally buying rye and they're sleeping on ryes when there's some good ones right in front of you. Just saying.
This is rye season, folks. This is rye season. We're moving into rye season. I wore a sweatshirt the other day here in Pennsylvania. I had a sweatshirt on
Did you have
in
one
the
on
morning. It was a
today?
little chilly. I didn't go outside that much. No, today I went long sleeve. I went long sleeve shirt. It wasn't too cold up here. With this, what is it? Hurricane Aaron? Is that what's coming up our
Whatever.
way?
Yeah,
Irene? Something.
I think it's Aaron.
Bringing a little chill. I think it's Aaron too.
I don't know.
Bringing a little chill, little rain.
I pay zero attention to the weather until people in my office talk about it. So that's how I get my
That's
news and
good.
my weather is like people in my office talk about stuff.
Literal hurricane, category 5, barreling down towards the United States. John's like, we going to the office today or no?
I don't think we've ever closed for rain, ever.
Really?
Yeah, we've closed
Damn.
for some
Last
crazy.
year we had to close the ice cream store we had flooding. Like I drive a Kia and we have a truck that we obviously use for like catering and to pull the trailer and everything. I had to leave the store, leave my car there and drive the truck home or else I would have been stuck on 422 in my Kia.
Chris goes, "Who's sleeping on ryes? That's un-American." It's so true because ryes, I think, legitimately are more American than bourbon.
Is Sherry not Sherry doesn't like rye, does she?
Sherry's,
Am I thinking
intri-
of that correctly?
she's so we did 4 ryes. I think she liked 3 of the 4 on our Sunday
Okay.
stream because we did like 4 Sagamores. She enjoyed, I think, everything except the 9 year for some reason. She didn't really care for the 9-year.
I couldn't remember. I thought that was her that didn't like some. I think there's somebody that we know well that doesn't like Rise. I thought
It's
it was
Rocky.
Sherry. I don't know why.
It's Rocky.
Is it Rock? That's who it is. It's Rocky. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bourbon Jerk said, I figure he's trying not to wake the kiddo as far as my thing. She's 2 floors above me, and she's sleeping like a child, so.
I got double monitors going right now. Obviously not going to show them on stream, but everybody's asleep. I can't complain.
I mean, I'll show mine. My kid hasn't moved.
There you go.
45 minutes.
I'll jinx it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my wife is not home.
Immediately starts crying.
If my kid starts crying, it's just me.
That's the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Time to go.
No, I'll let you talk. It'll be fun.
If anybody can talk, it's definitely me.
Sherry told me one time that she watches your videos on like 2 times speed.
I don't know how she keeps up with that. Either.
I talk fast, and you talk faster than I do.
People ask me all the time. They're like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "It's literally just when I go through this, it's just the way my brain works."
Yeah.
That's how my brain. I don't like rehearse my videos. Like I know some people. I have my script at this point, like price, taste, drinkability. Like I know where I'm going, but like I don't sit here like, "Hi, this is like." I just talk and then I'll figure it out. If I like stumble through my words, I might re-say something, but I just talk. And that's the way I've always liked my videos because it's more genuine to me. I'm not trying to like fake an opinion on something. If I say something off the cuff, like that's just what I'm going to say. That's in the video now. So it's tough. People all the time, I get my biggest comment across all of my platforms is slow down or you talk too fast. And I just comment back like, must be the first video you've ever like. Is this your first time here? Like, go back and watch the other 872 reviews. I promise you, I'm not. I used to like when I first. If you go back and watch like my first, maybe like 50 videos of like legit YouTube long form content, it's that rehearsed. Welcome to Bourbon of the Week. My name's Chris. I'm excited and it's like, oh, I hated it so much. I go back and watch it. I hated it so much.
Yeah, I've kind of always been off the cuff. Like, I recently did a video with the history of rye in July, and I didn't script so much as I put like bullet points up on my monitor. And
you need to know what you're talking about it. Yeah,
yes. At
certain points.
Right. Also, if there have been times where I'll do videos and I will just like skip sections that I know exist, and I just don't say it. Like, I will miss key information. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to do that with this because it's actually like it's a historical like
right.
Important
this is the whole point of the video, right? So I'll go through. I'm actually the person that edits out like my videos are. I try to keep my videos 10 to 12 minutes for like an average review. I film for probably like 45 minutes because there's some sections where I'm just like rambling, so I got to cut it. I'll just like put B-roll over and be like, shut up. Nobody cares anymore. I promise you.
I just disguise mine with jump cuts. That's all I do. I will do like, I'll get to a section where I get like tongue tied or something. And then I'll just like repeat that phrase and then cut, zoom in a little bit. Looks great. So
nobody knows. We just need Tom's kid to edit our videos. Then I'll be better at it.
He's actually a fun kid. Did you meet him when you were on stream with him?
Yeah, when I did the stream with him, that kid's talented. I'll be honest with you. He showed me some of the other stuff that he was doing, and I had a few drinks that night, but I was like hyping this kid up. That kid's got a future if he continues. Yeah. Tom, I told you before. I'm telling you, Tom and his kid when he turns 21, as that dynamic of like just starting drinking in this world. Like, I don't know when you started drinking or like what your story was when you got involved in alcohol at all. Mine, I mean, I feel like I was like every other 21-year-old. Like, I drank Natty Light. I drank like Jack and Coke. Like, nobody goes into the world drinking $150 bottles of whiskey. Now, I'm not asking him to drink 120 proof, but even like going in drinking like Old Granddad, something like that 114, even like the 7-year, it's the opportunity they have because he's close. I think when we talked, he was close to turning 21. Yeah. And he has an opportunity to do something really fun in the community where like never had it versus the guy who's deep into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I started with mostly Scotch, actually. Like, I started with, like, Johnny Walker
In the
Red.
whiskey world or in the
No,
21-year-old world?
in the 21-year-old world.
That's crazy. See, that's crazy to me.
I don't know. Like,
21 years old drinking scotch?
yeah.
I was drinking like Admiral Nelson and like Vlad.
I mean, I definitely had my fair share of Captain. And Sailor
Okay,
Jerry.
but still,
Sailor
like,
Jerry
you're like
rum was pretty good.
Sailor Jerry still got a place in my heart, I'll be honest with you. I
I
wish rum took off before I got into bourbon. I would be a huge rum guy right now. I love rum. Absolutely love it.
There was like 6
And I've
months
had
my
a
wife
few
was into rum.
barrel-aged rum where it's delicious. They're coming back, I'm telling you. Some aged rum with some like barrel-aged stuff with like bourbon barrel-aged rum. They've got some good stuff out there.
So there's a note on this that Chris brought to my attention the other day that you're going to hate.
Big Stick
Yep.
on this
Yep.
that I'm gonna hate.
Yep.
All right, give me 3 to 4 minutes. Let me figure out if I
Okay,
can see
all right.
what this is.
What I will say is try and cover
Is
it.
it obvious?
Cover it for a second. And then like cover it for like a minute or two, then come back to it and nose it. And that was when it was like the most evident for me. Let me do the same thing.
Is it a note that like I specifically have pointed out that I've hated before? That's why you're saying this, or is this a
100%.
note that? Okay. Oh no, I don't like that.
But I think
So-
it's in a good, like, I feel it's not this. Like, I think it's not this thing, even though I consider it to be the cilantro of the whiskey world. That's your little hint.
I
there.
love that.
You do not love that.
You don't like cilantro?
No, I hate cilantro.
In what form? Like on a taco?
Every single form.
What about you're the third person in the past maybe month that told me they hate cilantro. What
How
about
do you
cilantro?
not know that? Like,
Cilantro is just freshness in an herb.
No, it's soap in an herb, is what it is.
It's soap.
100%.
So it literally feels like I just pulled fresh laundry out of the dryer. Like it feels like I walked into a field of fresh. I don't know what to tell. It's like gain. It's like.
I love that for you. For me, it tastes like
Can
soap.
we put this to a vote right now?
Please, in the comments, tell us if you like cilantro or not.
Cilantro, thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't know how we don't like cilantro. I don't think we have thumbs up and thumbs down in here. Can I scroll? There's my thumbs up. I got one.
I mean, you can just comment yes or no on cilantro. That's fine too.
Yes or no also works. I can't believe people don't like cilantro. Again, you're not the first person to say this. That's the crazy part to me. I do. So we make, I don't know how you are when it comes to cooking meals. We cook meals 5 days a week and we cook maybe 8 different meals. So every week it's the same 8 rotational meals. It's just some form of, like, we have some form of chicken, some form of pasta, some form of ground turkey, some form of ground beef. And or again, I have like 8 go-to meals that we cook. My wife cooks like 5 meals. So like salmon, she'll do lemon and something, and I'll do, you know what I mean? The same meals, just in different forms.
Right.
I do a one when we're trying to do like a crock pot recipe if we have things to do later that night, so we don't want to cook. It's just chicken in a crock pot, a little bit of seasonings on it, and then salsa verde. So you just pour a whole thing of salsa verde in there from the can. I don't cut up my own jalapenos. Put that in there, let that cook for 5 hours, and then you make tacos with it. You just do, or you can even do like I don't know what it's not like a quesadilla, but I guess kind of it is. Like you put the tortilla on the grill, you fill it up, and then you flip it, and then you can cut it down the middle. I guess it's kind of like a quesadilla, but
basically.
You do that salsa verde chicken, and then you do like limes, you do avocado, and you got to do cilantro on that.
You do not have to.
You've got to put cilantro on that. I think my stepson was actually one of the people recently that was like, cilantro is not good. I think I was cutting it up in the kitchen. He's like, what's that smell? I was like, that fresh smell? He's like, it smells awful. I'm like, that's cilantro. What do you mean it smells awful? I don't understand how people don't like cilantro.
I don't understand how people don't like the thing that I think this slightly smells like.
Cilantro sucks. Scott Weaver, yes. What did we say? Yes is cilantro sucks, or they like cilantro?
I think yes is like, yes, I like cilantro.
Okay. Scott's a good guy. That's why I've always liked Scott.
He is a good guy. He
So
comments
this
on a lot
is
of
a
my stuff, too.
note. This is a note that I've specifically talked about
100%.
that you think is on this glass, and you think it's more on the nose than on the palate.
I do, yes. I think it plays into that
Okay.
sugar cookiness. Ooh,
Uh-oh. And I've
Bourbon
told you I
Besties.
didn't like it.
Because it tastes like soap.
I don't know what you two are on something funky. You got to get your noses checked out. It does not taste like soap. What kind of soap are you using?
Okay, can you just go on your phone real quick and Google cilantro tastes like soap and see if we're crazy?
No, I refuse to feed into this cilantro slander right now.
Do I need to put
Absolutely
it up on here?
crazy.
Do I need to just cover your face with
Absolutely.
Google right now?
Don't cover my face with cilantro.
No, like, do I need to like put the actual like Google
The
window
Google
capture over
cilantro
you?
soap.
And if I write cilantro tastes like and soap is the first response.
If you put cilantro tastes like and soap is the first response without it being part of your Google chat history, clear your history. Do that before you bring up your. I don't know what you.
All right,
I know the wife's away.
What if I go incognito? How about that?
Incognito mode.
Okay.
I want to know if it says soap. I will. I'll do something.
I'm committed to this bit so much that I'm going to make this happen right now.
Okay, don't cheat though. Don't cheat.
No, I'm going to bring it up here. I'm going to share it with you so that you can see
do it live incognito. Does it do
100%.
incognito? Does it pull up? Like top search history if it's incognito?
No, it won't. I don't think so anyway.
Yeah. So how are we gonna know if it?
No,
pulls
it
up?
will pull up. It just won't pull up mine.
All right. Okay, that's what I meant.
Source. Add a new source. Window capture 5. Add source.
We need to put something on this first before we decide. I don't know.
I got
Sherry, Chris, any ideas? They're good at punishments over here.
They are very good at punishments. Okay, so
your dad isn't a good guy. I'm offended. I mean, Dad, if you don't like cilantro, then I got to get a paternity test.
Oof.
Bartle pour, if it says soap, I got to be up. You got to be up even earlier.
Yeah, I'm not doing a Bartle pour.
I can't do a Bartle pour. Not tonight.
Right. Okay.
I'll do a Bartle pour another night, but not tonight.
I will pay out this.
I'll take a shot of my Sagamore pick here.
Okay, you can see the window capture now, right?
I can see but it. No. Go to the Google part.
Yeah, I'm just gonna type in here.
But I can't see the. Oh, is that Google in that like top little thing?
Yeah. Do you know
okay, I don't know how the internet works. Go ahead. I'm the guy that Googles Google and then clicks Google to get to Google. You know what I mean? Go to your room. You're grounded.
It's not gonna tell me on
Shot of Willet Pot Still to the loser. I don't have Willet Pot Still because I'm not a degenerate. I'm not a degenerate. I'll take a shot of our Sagamore if that's on there.
All right. I gotta move this now because Can
I make this bigger? See, it won't come up.
It will come up. It'll come up.
You think so? I can't see on this screen. I gotta go to YouTube.
Oh my God. First, right here. Cilantro tastes like soap. Then cilantro tastes like stink bugs. Are the first two.
Can somebody I can't verify this. I can't see.
I mean, it's on the internet. To me? It's on the internet. Like you can Let me Google it. I have it shown on screen right now.
Taste like all right, soap is also my first good. This is trash. What kind of soap are you guys using? Maybe perfectly delicious soap. Now I'm mad.
Scott has a good comment. He said, "There's definitely a thing where some people get a soapy taste from cilantro. I forget what causes it though."
Yeah, bad palates. That's what. Don't trust this guy's picks ever again, except for this one. This is a great pick. Now I'm gonna sit that. This is still chilling out over there.
I would like to
I'm
remind
trying to
you
figure out
that my whiskey of the year was also one that you said would be whiskey of the year too. When I gave it to you.
This year?
No, last year. The new Lou
last year.
That I gave you?
Oh, yes.
That was a good one.
To soap.
What is that?
I'm trying to figure out. It's a Sagamore.
Oh, okay. You just did.
Just our 110 proof Sagamore. I'm trying to figure out what this note would be that you think
Oh,
I
it's
would
there.
not like on this.
It's so there.
The only note that I feel like I consistently speak of not liking is like a black licorice,
No, it's not that.
but it's not. There's no black
Think
licorice here.
finishes.
Oh no! Don't tell
Because
me.
if you cover this and you pull it right out,
There's no Amberana on this.
it smells like a snickerdoodle
There's
cookie,
no
which is what I get off of
there's no
Amberana.
Amberana on this.
It's there. And Chris even said it to me, and I smelled it, and like I put the cap on it, I took it off, and I was like, man, that smells like Amberana. It smells like snickerdoodle cookies.
My Amberana is more of a like a cinnamon toast crunch when I get that Amberana like that I truly don't enjoy.
So you don't like cinnamon toast crunch? What's wrong with you?
I don't like cinnamon toast crunch whiskey. I don't like
Why?
I don't same reason you don't like cilantro, I suppose, because
There's no cilantro whiskey, Chris.
I wish there was.
Gross.
That would be my next pick. Oh
Dump
man.
Truck Dave says he likes cilantro. Don't trust him.
You don't like cilantro, Dave?
Isn't he your brother-in-law?
That's my brother-in-law. I'm gonna tell my sister to leave you. Unbelievable.
Chris says, "Told you it's there." You don't get the littlest bit of like cinnamon cookie out of this.
I now nosing, I've been honest since the jump on my whiskey like career. I can't nose. I don't know. I can nose ethanol and I can know like nosing for me I can help me with two things. Ethanol and finishes. But for me, like you're saying finish here, but I don't get like normally it would be like a wine. Like I can get like a sherry, I can get like a sweet note compared to like a high rye. But as far as nosing goes, like I don't pick out a lot when it comes to the nose. It's why I leave it out of a lot of reviews. I've tried. People have asked me to like give my opinion on nosing. I feel like I'm just not going to do it any justice. And anybody who has like, I don't know if it's me specifically. I'll be honest. It might just be me specifically. Like my nose doesn't work as well. Like I can smell things obviously, but
Right.
for me, I just get like I get either a super ethanol-y like burn through the back of my nose where I can be like, okay, this is probably a little bit higher proof, and then off the palate I can pick that up, or I get like super grapey, or if there's like a super deep like fruit note on it, maybe I can pick that up. But other than that, I'm not like some people are like, I mean, your description of our pick here, you have nosing notes that I would never even imagine I could pick up. Now, do they translate obviously to the palate? I think so.
Yeah.
And when you know something and then I try it, I try to look for those in the palate because normally, like obviously they're connected. But for me, I just can't nose.
I think it's an acquired thing too. Like sometimes like I am not trying to toot my own horn. Like that's in no way what I've said. But like there are times that I like walk outside and I'll be like, it smells like bubble gum out here, and people will be like, what the fuck? Yeah, it does.
Right. No, I don't know if it's an acquired, like you said, I don't know if it's an acquired thing or just like like naturally some
Yeah.
people I think have a better sense of certain things.
Yeah.
Like I think that you may have a better, I don't know what the word, like what's the palate equivalent of a good nosing? Like
it's like
is also your palate, is it not? Like
I think it can be, but I also think it's like, it's a sense like anything else. Like some people have a dull
Right.
sense of smell, some people have bad eyesight, some people have bad
I
taste.
can't see,
Some
I
people like
can't hear,
cilantro.
and I can't smell. So easy. I can taste. I can taste. I can't see, I can't hear, I can't smell. So I'm like that blind guy that, you know what I mean? Like the other senses kick in, once you lose one sense. I've lost three. So if you should trust anything, it's my taste.
I do think this has a really good, like, all through all the phases. It has that like vanilla. It has warm vanilla. It has a little bit of citrus, a little bit of plum. Like that's the like consistency throughout it.
And I talk about it all the time in my reviews is like some whiskeys are so good at some things.
Hmm.
And I'm the type of person that like I love when it takes you on like a journey through it or like a I call it the roller coaster ride
Yeah.
where if it's super sweet, I love sweet whiskey. It's why I fell in love with bourbon in the first place.
Yeah.
If it's super sweet, I'm personally going to love it, but I can understand people being like this is too sweet. And even I have like that limit, like the Penelope Rio. It took me to
Hmm.
that limit of like
Yeah.
I love sweet. It was too much for me. It didn't give me enough of something else to balance out that sweet. For me, this gives me, especially as a rye whiskey.
Yeah.
Normally, you're leaning more towards that spicy, and then you're kind of coming back and looking for that sweet.
Yeah.
This doesn't do that for me. This
No.
gives me the sweetness, the spiciness of that rye, that black pepper, that clove, and
Yep.
then it goes right back into. And I mean, it's 9 years old, so like it's giving you that age behind it. It's
Yeah.
still giving you that oak, a little bit of that leather, that chocolate, that tannin at the end that just balances this out so well. And it doesn't overwhelm the palate on any one of those factors. There's no, I call it sharp edges. So like
Yeah.
if it
No.
spikes at sweetness,
Hmm.
it doesn't spike and then bring you back. It
Right.
it kind of just rolls from
Yep.
sweetness into spicy back into that age statement. And I think that's what I love about bourbon, and that's why I we said this at the end at our on our review is it's a bourbon drinker's rye,
Yeah.
which is a very rare thing to find these days.
Which I think what lends itself to that is the sweetness, and I think it's
Yep.
like it's sweet and fruity, which is like even for Sagamore, like Sagamore usually has like a fair amount of like spicy rye notes in the mid palate, and this just doesn't have that. Like
Yeah, I agree.
it's not herbal. Like a lot of MGP rye has like mint notes or like a little bit of floral, like rose hips or like a hibiscus thing to it. Like this isn't any of those things. Like it legitimately, you could probably blind this against like a Buffalo Trace product. Like I don't want to say like you could probably put this against like Rock Hill Farms or like Blanton's Gold or something like that, and this be a similar experience.
And that's, I mean, not we'll call it out now. We're posting this tomorrow to the
Yep.
public. So I have a video going out tomorrow to the public, and I've been back and forth on
Yeah.
like how do I promote this thing? How do I kind of get people interested in buying this thing? Because that's the whole point.
Right.
And I call it out. I say if you have or can find a 9 year rye that's better than what we're putting out here,
Yeah.
you buy a bottle of this.
Hold on. I lost you. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know what happened. Did my head? I don't know. I lost your audio. Hold up. Let me make sure it's not me. But I don't think your waveform's working. All right. Something happened with your audio. Check, check, 1 2. Yeah, you're not on waveform. Something happened. Why don't you disconnect and try coming back in real quick and see if that helps. All right, so we kind of lost Chris there for a second. We'll see if he can come back in and we can grab him again. I'm not sure if his headset is messing up. That's part of the reason why we didn't stream on his channel tonight is because he could not hear me, so that was not possible. And I stream every Sunday almost at this point, so so I'm basically he said I'm a pro at this. I don't think I'm a pro at this, but I think I do it a fair amount. So we're waiting for Chris to come back, so we'll get to some comments in the meantime. First up, Dawn dish soap, which is something that Chris told me this. All right, show on stream. Gotta show you on guest. Yo, what's up?
Hello, hello, hello.
All
Test,
right,
test.
we're back. Yep, we're back.
Don't scare me like that. I thought it's me. I'm the problem.
Well, no, I like you in mid sentence, like it just cut out. So I was like, I thought it was me.
Streamlabs knew I was spitting too much fire, so they had to kick me off here.
All right,
I
where
forget
were
what we
we?
were even talking about.
I
I'll
don't
be
know
honest.
either.
Anyway, this is a great pick. Oh, I was saying, I told anybody, I will challenge anybody to find a 9-year rye that's better than this. And if you can find one, if you buy this and you think you have a 9-year rye that's better than this, send me a sample of it. I'll compare them side by side. I'll
Yeah.
do it blind. If yours wins, I'll send you a Glen and some samples that you want. That's going to be my like intro to this bottle.
Yeah.
Because I personally don't think I'm trying to specifically think of like a 9-year rye, even if it's not like not 9-year. If you got like a 7, maybe 10, or like I'll give it some leeway one side or the other because it's tough to find a lot of things that are like
Right.
straight on 9-year ryes. But I think the one thing that people don't know about this is this isn't just so they call it a single barrel, right? It's
Right.
like our pick, but this is a 95.5 rye mixed with, blended with, what was the other mash bill? Do you remember?
51%.
51% rye. So it's a 95.5 rye and a 51% rye blended.
Yep.
And that barrel, that blend is what we put into this bottle.
Right.
So I think it's different, which is nice. It's not just like another 95.5 MGP. And I think that consistency of the two of them together allow it to be something that not everything else is.
And it's important to note, too, that this is contract distilled. So I'm pretty sure they use their own yeast. I think they decided what yeast they were going to use ahead of time. And so they used contract distilled yeast when they lit up with MGP. And so that's, I think that's what causes the like really plum flavor from them. So we put it up against Sagamore's own 9-year, like their own 9-year age-stated rye. And I mean, like our pick is
their own distillate.
No, their MGP one.
Their MGP, right.
Yeah. The only things that are their own distillate currently are the small batch, the bonded, and their cask strength.
And the bourbon that's coming out.
Yeah. It's gonna be a 6-year-old bourbon at like $45. I'm pumped for that. I still can't believe that dude lied to me.
I'm very excited. Chad,
I'm
come on,
so
Chad,
mad
if
at
you're
you.
watching this. Damn it, Chad.
Like I was reading Coming Whiskey, and I was like, Sagamore, that's just bourbon, and I was like, that motherfucker lied to me.
It was like a week after you asked him.
I think it was like a month. I think it was like a month after that it came out, and I was like,
but they knew. He knew they
100%
knew.
100%.
All you had to do was be like, listen, don't tell anybody. Obviously, it's coming out. We've got something in the works. Just don't mention it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't lie.
That dude was like I told him from the very beginning, and I probably shouldn't have done this, but I was like, look, my whole goal today is I want to try your bourbon. And he's like, I haven't even tried our bourbon. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yup.
Mm.
I'm still looking for this. There's no Amberana on this. I don't get it.
You don't get any like cinnamon cookie? Okay.
I do not. I really don't.
Chris said that to me, and I was like, shut up. No, there isn't. And then I smelled it, and I was like, dang it, I actually get it too. And then I had it closed for a little bit on Sunday, and then I opened it back up, and it was like the act of opening it back up was like just so cinnamony.
See, I don't get any cinnamon on this personally. And that's like, again, it's cinnamon cookie. It's like cinnamon. The toast crunch is what I get, which is like that bready, like cinnamony, like trying to cover the bread with cinnamon type flavor is usually if I get that, I immediately think Amberana. If I think this is like bready and then they're trying to cover it with like a fireball, like cinnamon flavor, that's what I get for Amberana. And I get that. I've had a guy send me 8, maybe 9 Amberana finishes because I've claimed to hate them till the day I die. This guy sent me, he's like, I've got like 8 or 9 different Amberana finishes. He's like, try them. And if I try them knowing them, all I can think is, of course, I'm going to tell you that I hate them because I know what they are. So what I have is in this cabinet behind me, I have a bunch. I'm talking like 50 to 60 samples that people have sent me that I either haven't gotten to, they don't care if I get to them, so I just put them in this. If I want to find them, I can go in there and get them, but I don't know what's in there anymore. So a lot of my videos that I've done recently is just reaching into that cabinet with a blindfold on, grabbing one of the samples, pouring it in the glass, and then trying it. And I think I've been through 4 or 5 of the Amberana finishes at this point doing it that way. And every single one, I'm like, this is absolute garbage. What is this? And then I look and I'm like, oh, it's Amberana again, of course. And it's just like there. I mean, I've got like Stag Junior samples in there. I've got like BTAC in there. I've got all kinds of stuff in there. Heaven Hill 18's in there, like that I haven't gotten to yet, just because I want it to be one of those things where it could be delicious. It could be what I'm supposed to love, but I also want it to be something that I might hate. So I want to not know what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. Amberana for me is always like snickerdoodle cookie. And I'm not one of those people that's like, I want to buy everything Amberana that exists. Because, like, there are some...
Are you an Amberana fan?
I would say I like it. It has to be right, though. Like, there's a few of them that are better than others. The Nulu ones tend to be really good. And I think there's an Oaken Eden that is a wheat inspired. It's actually in bottle finished, so it's kind of subtle. That one's really good, too. I get why people don't like it. There's some to me. I had a Starlight one that was one of their like just Starlight cigar batches, and it tasted
my
like
least favorite. The Starlight, I
nope,
don't think they're good. Okay. I don't think they're good. I haven't had one Starlight. Starlight does a lot of finished whiskey, which I can respect. I understand you want to do something that's like off the cuff, different, but Starlight. I haven't had one Starlight. I'm the same way with Old Elk. Old Elk and Starlight, I think, are the most two overrated whiskeys that I've ever had in my life.
Okay, so you know how you got mad at me during the Sagamore pick because I said you didn't like the high malted because it's malted?
Correct.
Okay, so you know why you don't like Old Elk and Starlight?
Well, are they like super high malted?
They are super high malted.
It's disgusting. I don't know how anybody can I feel like I'm eating my whiskey when I'm drinking those.
I mean,
it's like porridge.
It does.
I've never had porridge in my life. I've never had porridge in my life. That's disgusting. Whatever I'm drinking at that point, it feels like I'm eating bread, and it's just Old Elk is weeded though. Isn't it most Old Elk weeded? Old Elk weeded?
Mm-hmm. No,
most
of their stuff is a mix, and it like ends up being like 35% malt on most of their stuff.
Okay.
So it's like
disgusting.
I mean,
so it's like sourdough bread.
Yes, Starlight runs a 60-20-20, so 60% corn, 20% malt, 20% rye. So
how these companies are still in business is beyond me.
I think they're in business because not everybody has the same tastes, Chris.
No, nobody likes Old Elk. I can promise you, nobody likes Old Elk.
I'm with you on Old Elk. Old Elk is not my favorite thing. Like
Starlight, I don't. Maybe you found a finish in Starlight that's decent.
I actually like their unfinished stuff.
What about Thomas S. More? Can we go through them?
Sure.
Trash? Do you like any of their whiskey?
Because
that's what? That's Barton? Is that Barton?
It is Barton 1792. Also,
finished Barton.
They're now dead. Thomas More.
Barton's dead or Thomas S. More?
Thomas S. More.
Okay, good. They deserved their bad bad whiskey
because they're releasing the finishes as 1792 now.
Oh, 1792 just decided to pick up the finishes themselves.
Right. I mean, Thomas S. More has been Barton. Like it's not Barton sourced.
Rather than
Barton.
So 1792 owned.
Correct.
Thomas S. More.
Yes, they produced the Thomas.
I didn't know if they were. I didn't know if they were just buying Barton, just finishing it, and then selling it as Thomas S. More.
No.
But also, if you have a company that has a brand, why rebrand?
Because they didn't want the finished stuff to go out as 1792, except for the port finish for some unknown reason.
It's all trash. The port finish I haven't had. I can't speak on that from 1792. The Cabernet Sauvignon, that one's trash. I'm trying to think what else I've had from Thomas S. More.
I love that you call stuff trash, not I don't like it.
No, it's trash. Like there's a difference between there. I will tell you I don't like it specifically. I know. The Cabernet Sauvignon from Thomas S. More is trash.
Yeah, so they have a Chardonnay finish, which is
I don't know if I've had that one.
Wild, because there's something about white wine finishes that, like, mixed with bourbon, it just creates this like crazy layered citrus note, and it's bonkers. Like the Redwood Empire Haystack Needle finished in Pinot Gris barrels is really
I've had that one.
stupid good. I don't understand why.
I agree. The barrel ice wine is the ice wine's white wine, right? That's like a super sweet white wine.
I know exactly nothing about ice wine. I know it's a thing that exists and is really stupid expensive.
I had it once as far as like specifically ice wine goes, and I've had the barrel ice wine. I had ice wine for the first time ever, and then like 2 weeks later, Barrel came out with an ice wine finish. It's super super sweet. They like they pick the grapes when they're still frozen, and that's when they like freeze them, and then the sugar crystals are supposedly like still frozen. It's like a crazy concept.
Yeah.
But since the sugar crystals are so cold, it makes it like extra sweet. Like it condenses that sweetness a little bit more. Which again, I love a sweet whiskey. So when you mix that with a bourbon, you get something that's like super sweet. And Barrel did it, and then the ice wine is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Personally, just straight up ice wine. If you have an opportunity to drink ice wine, I'd recommend it.
I will take that under advisement.
Do that.
Bourbon Bill's
it's
in
10
with
o'clock
us.
Though. Bourbon Bill, did he get the sample yet?
He did. I dropped it at his house yesterday. Cheers, boys.
Oh, is he drinking it? That's the question.
Joining late, but these Sag 9 picks are insane. I don't actually know if he's drinking it or not.
Bill, we need
curious.
to know.
I'm curious to see, because he's generally a darker whiskey person, and ours is not the darkest pick out there. But it's real tasty.
I agree.
Chris, my wife likes ice wine. There you go.
Chris who?
Bourbon Bill saying, Chris, my wife likes ice wine.
Oh, okay. Dude, I had it for the first time last year. The only time I've ever had it. I was at a restaurant and they had ice wine, and like 3 or 4 people in my party ordered it. So I was like, I'll try it. And they brought it it's super, super sweet. Like it's literally like sugar in a glass. And that's what I grew up, I put like sugar on my honeycombs. You know what I mean? Like I was a sweet tooth growing up. And I'm trying to get away from that at this point. Like I'm trying to cut sugar out of like my sugary drinks.
Yeah.
But ice wine was just, and they give it to you so cold. So it's super cold, it's super sweet, and you could like it's chuggable, but it's also like a pretty decent alcohol content. So it's like you're not supposed to chug it. It was really, really good.
Bourbon Bill says, I'll go do it real quick. And he said, if it ain't the darkest color, what were you doing? We were picking the best barrel, not the darkest barrel.
Let them know. Let them know. Just, Bill, you drink it and then you let us know what you think. That's all I'm curious about. I'm always curious what other people think about it.
I missed some comments here. There's some from my buddy Brett. He said he really loves the Nulu Amberana. He also says, give me all the malt. So Brett's and your palate are not jiving.
I guess I can understand if people don't, if people do like it. I just like, what exactly about it do you like? That's my question.
Are we talking about specifically like malt whiskey? Or are we talking...
Yeah, because I feel like malt in general, like a 4 or 5% malt usually adds like a peanutty flavor for me, more than a like bready, doughy Amberana disgusting flavor for me.
I feel like we're talking about...
I shouldn't say Amberana because there's no cinnamon, but like malt adds like that doughy flavor.
Malt adds
if it's
consistency
like...
and a little bit like so. It's tough because you know how like corn creates different flavors depending on like all of the other things. Like malt, I think, creates different flavors based on like what process you use. Like, do you freeze it at any point? Do you like there's a bunch of different ways to make scotch, and like it all creates kind of different flavorings and how you do it. So like, how much do you malt? Do you malt all of it? Do you malt part of it? How high do you malt it? Like, because malting is just like basically getting the grains to sprout. Like it's a heat and moisture thing that causes the grain to sprout like it was getting planted. So like that's what causes that. Like that's why malted rye is a thing. Like it's not just malted, like you're just making barley and basically sprouting it. Like malted rye is also a thing because then you can just sprout that malt grain. So it's like, it's one of those things where it creates a different bunch of flavors, but malted grains tend to, especially like high mash bill malted grains, tend to create like a really thick mouthfeel or consistency.
Doughy.
Sure. We'll call it that. Like, you feel like you're chewing on it.
Yeah, you feel like you're eating the whiskey, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so Bill agrees with us. He says yours is sweet like raisin-filled sugar cookies. So, sugar cookie surprise. We got... Did you get your sticker, by the way?
No, not yet. He said Monday, right? What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah, he said he tried to get it out Monday, so...
We can email him tomorrow if we don't say anything.
I don't have it on here. I was going to say I can pop up the sticker. I might do that anyway.
I think I have it. If you can't, I can at least send it to you.
From Canva.
Okay, there you go.
Real quick. I was screwing around with it, showing it to people today. There it is. Sagamore tater sticker. Yeah, both of ours shipped without it, and we both messaged him in like 10 minutes of each other.
Yeah. Just so you know, please send it to me as well.
All right. Let me drop an image here. I'm going to cover our screens. It's going to be great. Add source. New source. Image, add source, browse. I'm incapable of doing anything without talking about it as I do it. Look at that.
Yeah, you gotta let people know what you're doing.
Look at that tater sticker. It is now on the screen between us. Sugar cookie surprise. I used AI and a picture of both of us to make this, and it's great.
That's actually a picture of me.
It is actually a picture of you. I think AI did a better job of cartoonizing you than it did with me, but it is.
What do you mean? I think we both look great.
I don't see. I'm not saying I don't look good. I'm saying I don't think it looks like me.
Gave me kind of big ears. Why I got big ears?
I don't think that it gave you that big of ears.
I don't know.
Do you feel like you have big ears?
No, I feel like I have normal size ears.
I feel like you have normal size ears too. It's whatever.
Now I'm kind of like
self-conscious.
Yeah, self-conscious about my ears. I don't know.
I get that. All right, so I think we're coming up on our time. Like, I needed to be in bed like some time ago.
I think that was an hour ago. Yeah.
Yeah. We have some really good comments. Bourbon Bill's talking to us. He said, I have one that's like marshmallow and real dark oak, and then one that's all fruit, and they're all more in my wheelhouse of the super dark, but yours is sweeter, and that raisin note is great, lasts forever on the finish, very unique. So, I like that. Appreciate that review. What I just learned from is for next weekend, if I'm trying to get crystal like ours, no Starlight or Amberana.
No. We don't know. Maybe you found a Starlight or an Amberana that works. Send those in for fantasy football because I'm trying to go. What is that? 3 in a row? 4 in a row?
You are trying to go 3 in a row. Actually, I have the top portion of your trophy that I gotta finish painting and then get to you. So
we got to get the 3-peat out. I'd be so happy.
It's going to be a fun time this year because we're doing blinds instead of just blind ranking things. So I think that's going to be an interesting addition.
I think it's going to even the playing field.
I agree.
I think it allows what I think that allows, John, is people. I don't know how you draft for fantasy football in general, but if I'm last in a category, I could have maybe 3 or 4 picks that I'm now going to determine what I'm going to pick. And this isn't, I'm not trying to give anybody some hints, but I'm now going to determine which one of those picks matches against the other picks. Where in the past it was, let me pick the best whiskey that I have. But sometimes that took something out of another category, right? So say everybody had really, really good whiskey for an unfinished bourbon.
Yeah.
I now had to go in and pick my best whiskey for an unfinished bourbon. But now that I know these are going up against each
Mm.
other. If you have this, and this, and I think my second best in this category could beat those, I now can save my top in that category for something in another category because I personally know they're going up against each other blind,
Hmm.
where it just makes it adds a whole dynamic to it. I think that adds a whole dynamic to it.
So you're saying maybe like later round picks are more valuable than early round picks?
I think that you could save some bottles for later round picks that maybe you wouldn't have saved prior.
Okay. And I mean, like, so we are doing six of them. Obviously, none of us is going to do a six bottle blind. That's like a really bad idea. So we're gonna break
Unless
them into threes.
you're hanging out with us. Right.
Right. So we're gonna pick them in threes. So maybe even there's a little bit of strategy to that because you know that if you get like a middling or low proof, it's gonna get stacked up against some of the other middling or low proof things. So I like your strategy. I like that.
There's a lot to consider here. I will say that. Now that we know they're up against each other,
Right.
I think there's a lot to consider. Where prior it was maybe I drank this one night, this another night, this another night. Hey, it's still a really good whiskey even though it's 94 proof. Hey, it's really good whiskey. Or this is too much ethanol at 120 proof tonight. It
Right.
Now knowing they're going, I think it adds a dynamic to the draft.
I like that. I also appreciate that like you are the reigning MVP or champion for a reason. Like
There's
you put thought
you
into
gotta
this.
think about these things.
Yeah.
You gotta think about these things.
Uh Bourbon Bessie says, don't talk for me, John. We might do two categories. I mean, you do what you want.
Chug them both.
Bill said they're doing 10-year picks next year. FYI, breaking news. I don't think that's really a shock to anybody that Sagamore's doing 10-year picks next
Sagamore
year.
is doing 10-year. I mean, we did 9-year this year.
Well,
They'll probably do 11 years the year after that.
I don't know about that because at some point they got to run out of product, right? At some point they're not going to be able to make 11-year Sagamore because the next oldest thing is their own distillate at 8 years. So at some point it's going to drop back down.
That's true. They're going to drop at. I mean, they'll claim MGP until they'll take MGP as far as it goes.
Yeah, but if like since they contract distilled, I think they got all of it up front. So I don't think like
You think
it
so?
will
You
eventually.
think it's all gone after that?
I think it will eventually run out unless they have some aging at MGP. But even still, like if it's contract distilled, it has to run out because you have like you can't just manufacture 11-year-old whiskey out of nothing.
No, I agree, but they could go 10-year, 10-year, 10-year for 3 years until they have 10-year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bill says no, but it'll end at 10. They're getting rid of the MGP. So
Okay, there it is.
we'll see.
10, 10, 10, and then yeah, and then they'll have bourbon, and then
Have
they'll
a
start.
10-year-old bourbon.
They're already contracting themselves. They're already selling barrels themselves. So
Yeah. They are contract distilling. It's crazy.
yeah,
Um,
shout out. Who is it? North.
oh, Evernorth.
Something.
Yeah.
Evernorth. Yes.
They're not. I don't think they're contract distilling for Evernorth. I think they're just Evernorth is buying barrels from them.
Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure, yes. Unless
I thought they had
the
that
junkies
whole.
went 7 years in the past and bought barrels from them. Unless they have some
I don't
aging
think.
at
I
theirs
don't.
currently.
Correct. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
I think they do from. I mean, they've been around for a long time, and they talk about They've been talking about Sagamore for a long time, and Sagamore has that section where they do their like special distilling for certain people, certain groups. I could see them having some stuff over there.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't think Evernorth had that much room. I thought they were mostly just doing blending, but I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't watch the junkies that much anymore. I loved them when I was first getting into bourbon, but now it's just kind of like I basically watch like myself and those close to me, and that's about it.
I love that. I don't watch them either.
It's not because they're not making great content, because they are, but they're making content that I think is a little bit more out there, and they're doing more of their own stuff. Like they're definitely doing more Evernorth stuff than they are like the stuff that's trendy anymore. But I feel like you rant about stuff that's trendy every week anyway. So
They bank off being together. Is we're all in that conversation. They like their bounce back. The two of them together is what sells their YouTube channel.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, that's
Great guys.
there's
I've
a
met
lot of
one of
channels
them
that are
once.
like that though. I mean,
No, I agree.
I'm interested to see how its bourbon night goes now. That
I
that
mean,
Sarah
now that we got Chad and not Sarah.
yeah, Chad and Chad.
Chad and Chad.
Ugh.
They did a video off one of my shorts the other night.
Oh, nice. Look
Yeah.
at you being all popular.
I don't think the video did that well, personally, compared to their other stuff.
I mean, you're still getting a large channel to do your content, so that's cool.
Oh, I agree. I want to see what their views are on that, actually.
Now that you're curious.
Point counterpoint, 5.3K views. So not that great. I think they usually get like 10K, 10 to 15K per video.
It's good
It
for
was
them.
my Where's All the Whiskey video from Buffalo Trace. Like, why don't they have all of their BTAC stuff out now that they were 10 years from their expansion project?
I mean, you know the answer to that, right?
No, I know the answer to that. The internet wanted to argue about the answer to that, but I know the answer to that. Yeah.
The answer to that is they didn't complete the project until like 2 years ago.
Right. Don't tell me about it in 2015 if you're not going to do it until 2024.
Okay, but you know how construction works, Chris.
I'm well aware, but my point was, I mean, it's still 10 years. Like, now the bourbon boom's over. I hope they lose money,
The
personally.
bourbon
I hope
boom is
they're.
not
I hope
over. The economy
the
is
bourbon boom is
down.
over.
Bourbon boom is not
The
over.
bourbon boom. John, we could get on. This is the live stream right here, brother. The bourbon boom is over.
I
The
still
bourbon
don't think it is.
boom is.
Okay.
The
How do you
bourbon
define over?
boom is. Bourbon consumption is down. Bourbon buying is down. Bourbon secondary is down. Bourbon everything's down. And you can blame it on the economy all you want, but that's not what it is.
I
The
mean,
economy doesn't help by any means. If everybody had millions of dollars, sure, we would continue to buy bourbon. But it's not because we don't have billions of dollars that we're not buying bourbon. It's because it's inflated. The economy is inflated when it comes to bourbon. Too many. You should be the preacher on this. There's too many $250 bottles and not enough people buying $250 bottles.
and yet they
Supply and
all
demand
still
is
seem
not
to be
there.
buying the $250 bottles and not the $50
I mean,
rare
400 of them because you're interacting with that 1% of the whiskey community.
Right.
That's it. It's
Okay,
you and me that are doing it.
But everything except
No. Go to
tequila
bed before we
is
get
down
into this.
5%,
No.
and bourbon is down 5% as well. Like even vodka is down 5%. Even craft beer is
care
down
about-
5%.
But
But across the board,
hold on.
aside from tequila,
Bourbon's down 5% compared to when?
compared to 2 years ago, we're only down
Okay,
5% from 22.
Is bourbon down 5% compared to 2018, 2019?
No,
No,
it's
'cause
up
that's-
like 20%
that's when
compared to that.
Right. It's up 20% since
It is like-
2019,
Correct.
2020.
Yeah, if you look at the bell curve, 2019 it took a massive shot up, and we're still like if you do 2019 to today, it hit like 23, and now it's down slightly, but like it was here in 2019, so we're still up like 10-11% from the 2019 numbers.
I don't believe that. You show
then
me that.
look
I
it
want to
up.
see that bell curve. I want to see it.
Look it up.
Don't tell me to Google it. Show me that. I want to see the statistics. I want to see
You're
the
not gonna
sales
believe
numbers
me no
on
matter
bourbon.
what I say, so do your own research.
That's fake news. That's fake news.
All right,
That's
Trump.
fake news, John. We're gonna get ourselves in trouble tonight. Relax.
Bourbon boom is booming. Canada made it easy for us. My type of late night chat. Yeah, 250 doesn't mean it's good. I agree with that. Kids aren't
No, I
drinking
agree.
as a whole, which actually, apparently, Gen Z, as of like the numbers for 2025, are drinking more than they ever have. So they're coming around. They're becoming alcoholics like the rest of us.
Yeah, because they're realizing life sucks. That we just
Correct.
realized it at a young age. We had to live through 9/11. We realized shit was fucked up. I'm sorry. I won't curse anymore. But we realized things were messed up at that point. So we started early.
Look, I graduated high school, and immediately we hit the recession of 2008. Like 2 years later. It's crazy.
I graduated in '08, so
I get it.
Yeah,
bonkers.
it was rough. I mean, Natty Light was the only way I could survive at that point.
Dude, my dad was like, "Go get a job," and I was like, "There literally aren't jobs. Like, they don't
Where?
exist." Exactly.
Yeah. Show me where.
Oh my word. So
Now that
true.
I just paid $80,000 for college, I appreciate it.
See, I didn't do college, or at least not the whole thing. I did part college,
I
so
God bless you. I worked in an ice cream store when I grew up, and then I went to college and paid $80,000, and then guess what I do now?
the same
I work at
thing.
that the same ice cream store, the same place.
Oh man, I get it. All right, so we need to talk about where people can get our pick and when.
Yes, tomorrow 6 p.m. going live to the public.
Yep.
Your link in bio, my link in bio. If you want it before then, if you want an opportunity, I personally do not know. I've tried to look up, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. On Shared Pour, you can usually go on and click the max amount that you can buy, and it will tell you how many are left. Like, hey, you can only add this many to your cart. Last time we looked, it was 68. Now, do I know if that's true or not? I do not know. But that's after going through his Patreon, my Patreon, his memberships, and my memberships. Yeah. There were 180 bottles to start. There may or may not be only 68 left. So if you want access to that, you got to join the Patreon either tonight or before 6 p.m. tomorrow. Check out his Patreon, my Patreon, both those links in bio, his memberships. You can click it right here on YouTube. He's live right now. Join his YouTube, join his memberships. If you want to wait and see if it gets through to the next one, which it probably will, I won't lie to you. Yeah. It will probably make it to the public. You can join that. We're going to do more picks because this seems so successful in the future with ourselves and other creators. Bourbon Besties, Bourbon Bill, I know is out there. Tom, the Bourbon Jerk, all of you guys that are out there. We want to put together some picks together. Once we get more people involved, it's going to become harder and harder to hit the public. So if you want to make sure that you can get them, again, check out one of the channels that I just mentioned. Join their Patreon, join their memberships, everything like that. But tomorrow, 8:20 at 6 p.m., it will go live to the public. And hopefully it's not long after that because the Bourbon Besties have a bet with you, correct?
They
you mentioned that at the beginning.
I'm gonna get to one comment before I get to Chris's comments. So Renal Brown said, "Wait, you guys are doing a pick? Shit, I'm late. What we got on the shelf?" So this is our pick right here. This is a Sagamore 9-year. It comes in at 110 proof. Chris's will actually. Maybe cover your face, then I'll do it.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Bourbon of the week, XG&W, 9-year-old Sagamore. $90 on Shared Pour plus shipping. If you buy multiples, then you pay the same rate for shipping, which is great. I definitely did that myself. So that's what we got. Currently it is just Patreon and our YouTube memberships. It goes live to the public, like Chris was just saying, at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So check our socials for that. I will post it here on YouTube. I will post it on Instagram. Chris will post it on his Instagram. Chris will post it on TikTok because he's big on TikTok and I'm not. Chris Big Stick says only 68 left. Sherry is going to win this bet, which our bet is that I have to do some kind of a punishment if it sells out by the 29th. And look, I will happily pay out this punishment. Whatever people come up with, I will do it. I just can't put stickers over my nipples. That's
the top comment on this video right now.
Top comment on this video. Let's do it. Sherry just said she just bought 3 bottles.
Let me comment real quick. Oh. Pasties on his Gentleman of the Week. Pasties on.
Don't make my wife angry.
No. I would never.
All right, so we're like an hour past where we thought we would be, but I had a fun time.
20 minutes before we started, we're supposed to start, so that's on me. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna figure this out. Tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be looking back through it and you're just like, I didn't click that thing.
One thing.
That's how it is, man. That's how streaming is. It's a fun time. Speaking of that, we are together again on Sunday. The two of us, including Tom the Bourbon Jerk, who's in here, the Bourbon Besties. We've got Josh, the Kingpin of Smoke. Chris is going to get his trophy so he can show it off. It does say Bourbon of the Week, 2023 draft winner. I have the beginnings of his trophy right here. It's a 3D printed Glencairn. That will become.
We're going for the three-peat, folks. We're going for the three-peat.
and I'm hoping that I can play the Eagles and spoil that for you. So
I'm hoping not.
you are the Patrick Mahomes of the Fantasy Whiskey League, which we
That's
rebranded
what
this year.
people. We did. I love the rebrand, by the way.
Thanks, man. I mean, the draft is live, or the actual event for it. So if you guys are interested at all in that and you're in comments here, definitely go find my page, click on my page, find the event for that, and click notify me. And then show up at 7 on Sunday. And it'll be a fun time. All right, Chris. My wife is rummaging around upstairs, so she's home, and I got to go to bed.
Oh,
so
she's home. Gotta go.
sure.
You gotta get going. That's fine with
Absolutely.
me. I appreciate you for putting this together, even though I was supposed to put this together. But again, check out this. Again, either one of our links. Check this out. Sagamore, 9-year rye, absolutely delicious. A bourbon drinker's rye. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Cheers. Bourbon of the week.
All right. Have a good one, Chris. See